So, I want to share with you today something that seems challenging for some. I know it was for me, but it's actually not once you know the ins and outs of it. Okay. And so if you are sitting here, especially during this time of year, where at the end of the year, and maybe you're thinking back at your year and, maybe you're feeling like, gosh, I really didn't put my best foot forward online to make a presence, to really, step it up and elevate the way that I'm being found. So if you are thinking back, reflecting on your year and just thinking, really didn't step my game up on social, on digital, and you have been really trying to elevate your presence on social media or just in the online space, right? You maybe have had or have a really successful offline business, but in the digital world that we live in today, you are pushing to really step it up and expand your business by using these online assets that we have. It's a jungle. It's a jungle out there. It can be challenging. Believe me, I know. I'm in this space too. I also have built my businesses, not just online, they started offline, but I've had to also expand and evolve. And one of the things that I hear quite often is, Gina, nobody is finding me. I'm not a top of mind provider. Why are these people who have the same experience or less than I do, why do they seem like they're getting all of the clients? And here's the thing. Well, they could just seem like they are. Many times they really aren't. It's all about perception, but it's also how you're showing up that makes the difference. And so I want to talk to you about three really simple ways to unleash your personal brand in your business that will make a huge difference. And so this is a great way to start really thinking about this before the new year starts. So first, let's talk about what makes a personal brand and personal branding so important. So here's the thing. We are living in this digital world where we are constantly getting bombarded by messages, thousands of messages per day from television, from Alexa, from, commercials, the news, when you're walking down the street or driving down the street, from signs, from the radio, if you still listen to, traditional radio, but even on Sirius, from podcasts, everywhere. We are just bombarded by messages, social media, online, right? So how do you stand out from that? You stand out from that by really allowing yourself to fully express yourself as a human being into your business. And it's not as difficult as it sounds, and it's not expensive either. So I've gotten this from other clients, prior to working with myself, either on a mentorship consulting level or as a private agency client. Gina, I don't have budget for that. I don't have budget to create a personal brand. So here's what I want to tell you. Even if you haven't actively been developing a personal brand, you have one because it's you. It's just a matter of how you take control of that and you really bring it to align with your business. You add that human effect into your business. All right. So I'm going to get into 3 steps of how to do this really simply. Before I get going, I just want to make sure to let you know that if we haven't actually met each other before, welcome. Whether you're watching this over on LinkedIn or maybe you're watching this on my Stylishly Branded page or Get Hype Media page or on my personal profile, welcome. My name is Gina Tassinelli. I'm the owner and founder of Hype Media and Stylishly Branded, and we support established business owners, entrepreneurs, experts, thought leaders to elevate themselves in their business as a personal brand together with social media strategies that connect you with your ideal clients and bring you more revenue and make a bigger impact. And so that's what we do. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing personal branding and how to use that in your own business and how to show up that way online, because it will make such a difference in your business. And I'm speaking from my own experience. from when I started a little over 14 years ago, about 15 years ago, all the way through now. It's been a journey. So I want to help you along that journey. Okay, so here's what happens when you take control of your personal brand. Meaning, when you take control of using yourself as the leader in your business, and there's other ways to do this too, but for most of us, if we are entrepreneurs, especially solopreneurs, I don't really like that term, but I know that it's very common. Even if we have a small team, if we are thought leaders, service providers, coaches, consultants, maybe you're a realtor, an attorney, you are the brand in your business. And so when you take control of your personal brand, what happens is that you have more sales, you create more conversations, you connect with more elevated, credible people in your industry or even collaborators, power partners. You're able to monetize and really create an experience from your own expertise. Maybe you decide to co-author a book like I did. If you asked me in a million years if I would ever be in a book and actually be on the front cover of it, I would say, no, this would never happen. Now, this happened a couple years ago, and it only happened because of the connections that I was able to build as I went through this journey of really humanizing my business by using myself as the personal brand in my business. So there's 3 different ways that you can do this, okay? And 3 different ways that companies do this. Even business brands do this. Number 1 is with the leader of the business, meaning yourself, the CEO of the company, right? You bring yourself, your personality, everything that you symbolize, your values into your business. Okay. That's the first way. Number 2 is with your customers by sharing customer reviews, testimonials. This is also alongside with customers are people that you use to endorse your products or services. You see this a lot with the larger corporate brands, right? Like the Nikes and the Lululemons and those types of businesses that don't typically have a face to them, but you recognizing the brand because of the energy and the personality that these brands bring to the table by using people. And then also by using insiders of the business, right? And that could be brand advocates, which is essentially the same thing, using influencers or again, your customers or endorsements. Okay. All right. So what is the step to get this going? So this is going to be a very general step. There's 3 really basic steps to this. And the first one is how you position yourself as a personal brand within your business. And so the beginning formula to really help you kickstart this is you want to ask yourself a few different questions. Starting with, and here's the formula, okay? So you first want to think about what is something that you absolutely love to do in your business that ties into your life, because remember, your personal brand is all about you. Plus, what is something that other people need and will pay for? And you want to bring those 2 together. And you do this by asking yourself a set of questions. Okay. The first one is, what are some activities or work that you find consistently satisfying in your business? So for example, for myself, I love to share my experience and my journey and to teach others how to not make the same mistakes that I did along the way, which was not showing up as a personal brand in the very beginning, showing up as my logo and making sure I had my website perfect, which by the way is not, and it's getting redone now 14 years later. Those are some things that I absolutely love to do. I love to share fashion and style and how that can really elevate your presence when you show up. And that's why I have another brand called Style Rebel Mama, which also has an e-commerce store that we love. It's an online boutique. And so I'm passionate about sharing fashion and jewelry and how to style yourself with other business women, because I know that that makes a difference in how you show up, how empowered you feel when you show up. Think about, what are you really good at? What do you want to get out of your life? And if you won lottery today, what would you do with it tomorrow? Okay. And ask yourself those questions, write down those answers, and bring those answers together to really communicate yourself in your brand and give that human effect to your brand. Number two is you want to show your brand off. You want to market your brand using a variety of resources like images. Okay, so if you notice my images, especially my brand images, they're very colorful. I love sparkle. That's because that's part of me. That's part of my personality. Same thing with colors. My brand colors are kind of Miami Vice theming, right? And I do have to thank Launch for that and Bijal because she was the one that helped me bring that out. Before it was very boring and it was not tied to me at all. So you want to think of colors and photography. That's going to be part of your brand identity. And then your website and your social media. Where are you going to display all of this? Where are you going to market yourself, right? And then number three is how are you going to promote your brand? So are you going to do this on maybe specific social media channels, platforms? Are you going to use video? You want to think about what is it that you want and what your target audience wants from you. And I will tell you that the fastest path to really elevating yourself as a personal brand within your business is by using video. And so let me do a quick little recap on 3 simple steps to start personal brand in you into your business. So number 1 is you want to position your brand, starting with defining and positioning your brand. What are activities that you love to do? How can you bring those into your business so that they make sense and align with your audience? What are you really good at? What do you want to get out of life? Number 2, you want to show your brand. So how do you do this? You do this with photography. You do this with your brand identity. What are the colors that you want to use? What's the personality, your brand tone that you want to put out there, your brand message? And then show this on social media and your website, right? And then number 3, you want to, of course, market your brand. You want to promote yourself. And it's not yourself. You're promoting your offer in a way that is promoting the transformations that you can bring to the table, the results that you're bringing to the table. But you do that by using social media platforms. And my favorite way to really kickstart all of this and really elevate it quickly is by using video. I will see you guys next week, 12 p.m. Eastern time, same place. Have a great day. Bye.